What's up, guys? Today on OCD Space, we're talking about the most controlling entity in your entire life, and that is your emotions. Hey guys, welcome back to OCD Space, your place for all things OCD. I'm Mike Parker. Today we're going to talk about the emotions and the hold they have on you and how to break free of the chains of your emotions controlling you. And everybody out there, if you've been liking these videos, not everybody is subscribed, so please be sure to like and subscribe. That'll help you get alerts for all my videos and you won't miss any, and will help out my algorithm and get me new viewers and all that stuff. So anyway, let's talk about the topic at hand. Today we're going to be talking about emotions, and we want to talk about the role that they play in controlling your behavior. I spent a lot of time talking about beliefs and thought processes, but a really important piece of the puzzle is really learning to do to manage your emotions and gain control over your emotions so they're not controlling you. And so what I mean by that is that everybody is going to have behaviors that they want to stop doing. It might be, you genuinely don't like doing the behavior, or it might be like you kind of still want to do the behavior, but it's just causing problems and you're just sick of the problems. And so for some reason you got motivation to stop doing something. And we really want to recognize the part that emotions might be playing in perpetuating that behavior in your life. So this could be really anything. It could be behaviors that you don't like that you're doing towards people in your life. So maybe your kids, maybe your partner, maybe your parents. It could be, a behavior like hand washing that, for some reason you've really recognized, you need to cut down on that or stop that for some reason. Washing things in your house, and these are like more of an OCD situation. And but this is really advice for everybody, no matter what, whether you have OCD or not, whether you're in a certain therapy or a different therapy, this is universal advice. And what we want to do is really, once you've found a behavior that you want to stop, one of the reasons why our emotions control us so effectively is we often automatically respond to them. And so we get a feeling. It could be anger, it could be frustration, it could be disgust, it could be shame, it could be guilt. And then we immediately believe the feeling. So if you're having a guilty feeling, you think you should feel guilty and you should repent for something. If you're having a shame feeling, you're thinking you did something wrong, there's something wrong about you, and you need to, you should feel bad about yourself. Disgust, convinced that, there is something gross going on. Anger, frustration, convinced that the person that in your life that you're really angry and frustrated with is definitely doing something wrong and you need to change their behavior in some way. And so that's how the emotions work. They get us to immediately believe they're right, that they're fact, and that we should act on them. And so the advice I'm going to give today is easy, simple advice. I should say it's simple, but it's not easy. And basically the reason why it's not easy is because of that tendency to automatically respond to emotions. But what we're going to discuss is introducing a pause into this whole scenario. And so, when something in your environment triggers you, be it germs, be it a person's behavior, whatever it is, you're going to introduce a pause. And this is going to be the really hard part, is you're feeling the emotion, the thing just happened, and you're going to not act. You're going to pause and not do the behavior automatically. And this is something that, as you watch this video, I want you to really, really internalize this advice. And I want you to remember how hard this is to do. Because you can watch a video like this and say, yeah, I agree with that. That's great advice. Let me do that. and it's in one ear and out the other. If you really want to do this, you have to say, I'm going to commit to this. And I'm going to remind myself to do this. And I'm going to remind myself to do it every day and every part of the day. I've got to get good at recognizing that moment I'm triggered and pause. And then before I do that behavior to control someone or control something in my environment, I'm going to notice the feeling. I'm going to notice the sensation, because emotions are just physical sensations. Our nervous system puts out some chemicals in our body, and we get sensations, and then that discomfort, that feeling we don't like, is what gets us to act. So we're going to say, okay, there's that uncomfortable feeling, that sensation. What does it feel like? Where am I feeling it? And let's just let that feeling happen. It's most uncomfortable to have a feeling when it's immediately linked to beliefs and actions. But if you have a feeling of guilt and you don't immediately get consumed by I did something so wrong, and you just say, let me notice what the sensation of guilt feels like, that is a whole new level. And this is the beginning of getting back control. So let that feeling of guilt happen, let the sensations happen, and just notice what it feels like. It could be in your chest, you could have some feelings in your head, could be, throughout your entire body, some sort of sensation. And let yourself feel it, and just pause. And then what you're going to do is notice, I really want to do that behavior, but what happens if I don't? And so a first step on this might be just delaying the behavior. Maybe you just want to stop it for like 10 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour. Let me just delay it. Let me not do it. Let me see if I can just live with this feeling and not give into it, not believe it as a fact for a little bit of time. And let me just get used to that. And then, eventually what we want to do is don't do the behavior at all. Because this behavior you want to stop, it's doing nothing for you. It's not actually solving a problem. It's not actually, making this permanent change in your life. You just have to keep doing it over and over and over again. So you're ready. You're ready to accept this sensation. And then accept your environment, or the people in your life, or the events in your life. You're willing to accept them happening without you needing to fix, change, or control them. Just let them happen. Start to realize you still are fine without controlling things. You're still a perfectly fine person, functional, able to deal with it, able to cope with it. Because all you got to do is, feel this sensation for a little bit. That's really it. And don't convince yourself that you can fix anything in your life to get rid of the emotion. And then so you're just in that place of acceptance, and then you're just noticing, whatever it is in your environment, it's fine. You can live with it. You can actually deal with it. A lot of times it's something that may even pass, right? Like if your kids are the trigger and they do this behavior and it just drives you nuts, that behavior is going to pass. Right? If you don't act on it immediately and go with the flow, let things happen, the behavior will pass, and you'll feel a lot better that you didn't act on your emotions in that moment and you did that pause. Okay, so anyway, that's my advice for today, guys. Introduce a pause right between when you're triggered and you're feeling that emotion and that behavior that you're gonna do in response to the emotion, and work on every day slowing things down, slowing down your thinking, and starting to take back control over this process. Because what you're gonna recognize is this is a me problem. My environment is not the problem. These events or these people in my life are not the problem. I'm having the problem. And you know what? My problem actually isn't as bad as I thought it was. It's an emotion. And I was thinking this emotion is so horrible that I have to act on it. But you know what? Once I just notice the sensation and just call it a sensation and don't make a big deal out of it, wow, okay, I can deal with a little guilt. I can even deal with a little shame. And, as long as I don't believe this means something and I just pause, this is a problem I can totally deal with. And then what happens over time is the less you do that behavior and the more you accept things outside of yourself, that emotional is going to go down little by little over time. All right. Anyway, hope this was helpful, guys. Again, like and subscribe if you like these videos. And until next time, trust yourselves and take care.